Hey crafters, welcome to my channel, Craft is Autonomous. It's Amanda here. So today's video takes care of a problem that I've seen several people run into, and I run into it myself a lot of the times. And that's when you get done with, say, a blanket or something that you work in the round and you want a border on it, but you don't know what kind of a border to do. Well, fortunately, I've got you covered with 5 borders that only use the single crochet stitch. So we're keeping it really simple today, but just because they all use the single crochet, don't let it trick you into thinking these are really boring borders. These are some really fun ones, and I used a lot of them on projects before. If you're curious, I'm using some red heart yarn for demonstrating today, and a size US H hook. Obviously, if you're using any of these borders for your project, just use the appropriate yarn that'll match with your project and whatever the appropriate hook size is. All right, let's jump into these 5 borders. So as I mentioned in the intro, any of these borders can be worked on something in the round. They could be worked around the edge of a blanket. For today, for demonstrating, I just got this little kind of bowl-shaped item that I'm making here, and I'm going to show the borders on here. Now, because I'm working in the round, you can either spiral these, or like I am, you can join every row and then single crochet and start each round kind of as its own row, which is what I'm doing, but spiraling is an option as well. I'm going to show these stitches in a different color, just so that way they stand out really well. I've got this orange here, and I'm going to join. To join this, I'm going to undo my last stitch, get the loop on my hook, insert where I'm going to join, which is the top of the first single crochet from the round. Have a slip stitch in the new color and put that on the hook, and pull it through everything as my join. Let me cut off this so it's out of the way. Alright, so the first border I'm going to show you is what I'm going to call a long single crochet stitch. It's worked the same as a single crochet, but the difference is where we insert the hook. So because I'm not spiraling this, I'm going to start by chaining 1, and then normally I would work in the same spot where I joined. However, to make it longer, I'm going to skip and go down a row. So instead of going in the spot where I joined, I'm going to go down a row and insert right through there. So then yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it to the top, yarn over, pull through 2, and that finishes my single crochet stitch. So I'll show you that again. Normally I would insert right here, but instead we're going to go down a row. So not up here, but right down there. So go down a row, insert your hook, and work your single crochet right through there. And what this does is it creates this longer stitch kind of around and in front of our previous stitching, and so you see the front of it a lot longer, and it just looks really cool against your previous stitches. I'll do a few more of these, and I'll show you another way that you can vary this. So instead of working in the top row, work in a row down. If you want to add even more variety, you can do this every other thing, where every other stitch you work in a different row. So I've been working in the 2nd row from the top, now I'm going to work in the 3rd row from the top. So not here, but right here. And this is going to make an even longer single crochet stitch. And then this next one I'll work 1 row down. It's a little shorter. And then work 2 rows down, where it's even longer. And it creates this long, shorter look. So you can stick with it all being short, or you can do it long, short, and vary it back and forth. I'm going to finish this all the way around, and then I'll show you the next border. So here is our first single crochet border, which I'm calling the long single crochet. This is really cute, especially if you do it in a different color. Here's how it looks if you go all the way around at the same level, super cute. Now, if you're doing this on a blanket or something that has corners, you would need to do several stitches in the corners to get around those curves. So that's the only variation that you would need to make if you were doing it around a blanket versus something like this where it's worked evenly around. Our second border idea is to do a knit stitch. And for this, what you will need is you will need a row of loose single crochet before you can start working this. I'm going to leave this long stitch because they're kind of like loose single crochets. And they need to be loose because of how we're going to insert the hook. If I were trying to insert the hook into these ones down here, I'd have a really hard time. So before you start this knit stitch in the single crochet, you want to make sure you have a row of loose single crochet stitches. These long stitches are a great foundation for this. So to start this, again, because I'm working in the round, I'm going to chain 1 and then start my single crochet. The key here is to insert the hook between the two posts of your single crochet. So I'm going to kind of insert it in front of this right one and behind this left one, kind of between them, and push through to the back. And then I'm going to work my single crochet stitch. Again, I'm going to work loosely, so if I want to do another row, I can do another row. And that's going to work a single crochet right in between this V kind of look from this previous single crochet. And this is what's going to create those knit stitches going up. So if we go to our next stitch, again, we're going to insert in between these two posts in the front of our single crochet. So front to back, push all the way through the stitch, and work a loose single crochet. Works best if you work loose single crochet because it just makes it easier to insert your hook. If you do it really tight, it makes it harder on the next round. And I will just keep repeating this process, and you can also do a few rows of this border if you want. I'll do a few more stitches so you can really see the look. So if we look here, it's really starting to look more like knit. Let me finish this row and I'll do a few more so you can really get a feel for this look. So here I am working another round. I'm making sure to go in between the two posts of the single crochet from front to back, and then just work a loose single crochet in that spot. And here you can see this knit-like stitch starting to form. So this is a cool way to add a border if you want to just kind of change it up so it looks like you have a crochet project in the center and then this neat knit-looking border. Just a very clean, classy look. Our third border is one of our most fun ones, and this is called the crab stitch. Now you might be thinking, Amanda, you said these were single crochet borders. What's a crab stitch? It's really just a single crochet, but done in a very unusual way. So here I am where I first joined my new color, and I'm going to chain one like normal, and now I'm going to work a single crochet in every stitch across. However, there's one really important catch. Normally when we work crochet, we work from the right and work in a leftward direction. This time, we're going to work to the right. So I'm going to take my hook, and this is my first stitch right here. This piece right here, that's from the join, but this right here is my first stitch to the right. I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch from front to back, yarn over and pull through. So it's a little weird because it's kind of already to the front, so just catch it and pull it through. So I got these two loops, they're kind of twisted on themselves, that's okay. And then yarn over and pull through two. So it's basically like a single crochet, except instead of working to the left, we're working to the right. And what this does is it puts this really cool twist in it. So let's show you again. So our next stitch to the right is right there. I'm going to come to the front and insert from front to back right to that spot. Pull my yarn through, yarn over, and pull through both loops to complete my single crochet. And what's going to happen is every time we work another stitch, it's going to pull our previous stitch down, and it's going to create this really cool kind of ribbed border with this cool twisted single crochet. It feels really weird at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So just remember, insert your hook in the next stitch to the right from front to back, and then work a single crochet. So yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through two. And if you keep doing this all the way around, you'll get this really cool ribbing. I love this one, especially for things like baby blankets, because it's super cute and it kind of gives it this chunky border, but it's also really safe for babies because it's not super lacy and they're not going to, choke on it or get their fingers caught in it. Here's how it looks from another angle and from the back. It's just really cool. Creates this ribbing. So let me finish this up all the way around and I'll show you how it looks. Alright, so I've worked this all the way around and I think this is just so cute and so different than anything that we normally see in crochet. You may be wondering, how exactly do I join this? What I like to do is to work in that very first stitch and work a slip stitch. And what this does is it pulls that last stitch down along the side. And I'm splitting my yarn really bad with this hook. I couldn't find the hook that I wanted. So sad. And then you can fasten off and kind of neaten it out a little bit better. But this is the crab stitch, which uses single crochet worked in the opposite direction. And I think it's so much fun and just so different. Alright, so for our fourth border, I've undone our crab stitch and we're back at the beginning where we joined. So this one's going to be a ruffle stitch. I'm going to start by chaining one and I'm going to work my first ruffle or shell, if you will, into this same spot as I joined. To do this, I'm going to work 5 single crochet in the same spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all into that same first single crochet. Then I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and in that third one, I'm going to work 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To repeat the process, skip the next 2 stitches. In the third one, work 5 single crochet, and just keep repeating this all the way around until you get back to the beginning. And then you can join with a slip stitch or however you want to join. This one's so much fun because, again, it's just using single crochet, but you get this not flat border, so it's kind of this textured border with these ruffles or bumps, kind of this frill, if you will. It's also cute because on things like a little container like this, you can get them to lay kind of flat and outward, or, you know, it could be like a hat brim if you're making a hat for like a doll or something, so it's super cute. But I'll finish this one all the way around and show you how this one looks. So to finish it off, I just slip stitched into that first single crochet. But this is how this one looks. Again, super cute, and this would also be great for like the edge of a baby blanket. This is a nice, delicate, simple feel to it. For our 5th and final single crochet border for this video, I'm going to show you a stitch that I actually recently rediscovered, and I finally got around to trying it, and it's super cool. And this is the extended single crochet stitch. Again, I'm going to start by chaining 1 just to get myself up to the height of these stitches, and then I'm going to work a single crochet but with a little bit of a twist. So I like to work in the same spot where I joined, so just like normal, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, and pull through 1. Normally what I would do next is I'd yarn over and pull through 2, but I'm actually going to yarn over and pull through just 1. So it's almost like after I've pulled that first loop through, it's kind of like doing a chain right there. Once I've done that, then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. And that's going to create this stitch that's a little bit taller. So to repeat the process, I insert my hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Show you again. Insert my hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And once you start doing a bunch of these, you get this really cool texture where it's kind of a little taller. It almost looks like a single crochet at the bottom, but the top's got this little extra texture. And just kind of a fun way to create a smoothed edge border, but with a little bit different texture. So I'll work a few more. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. So they're a little bit taller than normal single crochet, and they don't look a ton different, but there is a little bit of extra texture up along the top, and I think it's just kind of a fun way to add some variety to your stitching. Let me finish this all the way around and I'll show you how this final border looks. And here is the extended single crochet stitch border. I don't know why, but this really reminds me of like flower petals, specifically sunflowers. I really don't know why. But anyways, I think this one's super cute and fun, just a little bit of different texture to add some variety to your project. So there you go, now you know how to crochet these super easy but super awesome single crochet borders. I've got this like nice little hat here now. I feel like I should give it to some kid for their stuffed animal, because it kind of looks like it could be a little hat. It's kind of cute. Or I could use that as a bowl. I don't really know what I'll do with this. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. It's somewhere down there, and there's like the little bell icon if you want notifications as well. I post new content every Tuesday, and I occasionally post through other times throughout the week. So click that bell if you want to know when I post. Also, let me know in the comments below which of these borders is your favorite and what project you are going to use it for. But that is what I have today. I hope you have an awesome week and happy crafting. This is like the perfect size to hold my ball of yarn, but when I put it in there, it now looks like a spaceship. So if you decide you want to make a spaceship, you can also crochet a little like bowl kind of shape, add one of these borders, and then stick a ball of yarn inside of it to make a spaceship. What you would do with this spaceship, I don't know, but that's what it looks like to me.